All right, welcome to CAPECAST. We got Brandon and Alan here tonight. Start with you, Brandon. How was your 4th of July weekend? Yeah. How was your 4th of July weekend, Brandon?
It was good. Played some music, watched some fireworks, hung out at the lake, that kind of thing. So always good. Alan, I hear that you shot some fireworks.
Yeah, are you sure they weren't Alan's fireworks from way off yonder?
I mean, we had our own, but we did see a lot. So who's to say it could have been?
It could have been. I'm pretty sure
Alan had a whole
International Space Station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to CAPECAST. This is our weekly show that we do where we kind of go through and talk about all things comic book, geek, movie related. Before we get started, I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and the notification bell so you can stay up to date. There's that pretty graphic on all things that we've got going on. We are also on Twitter at CAPECAST Show. And also want to encourage you to check out if you're into indie movies, Criterion specifically, check out some of the videos that our buddy Al has posted over the last couple weeks on our YouTube channel. And lastly, we are on Patreons, patreon.com/CiNEMACHiNE, and we appreciate any support that we get there. So tonight we've got actually a more Marvel loaded docket than DC, but let's start with the most important stuff. So let's start with some DC. What do you think, Brandon?
Yeah, we don't have a lot, so we could. Yeah, might as well.
Well, we lost a great one.
Yeah, let's start off on a very happy note.
Yeah, we lost a great one. Richard Donner passed away. And Alan, I know you're a Superman guy. What are your thoughts on general thoughts on Christopher Reeve, Superman, that kind of deal?
I mean, obviously, growing up as a Superman fan, he was my Superman for most of my childhood, so he definitely, Donner did a good job, I mean, to quote the poster, "You'll believe a man can fly," and that's, I mean, he really did for its time. It really was. And it was something that was never really thought of, doing a live action comic book movie. It was really kind of unheard of at that point in time. So I feel like for what he had, I mean, obviously you can look back on it now and, it's kind of cheesy, but
those movies, I mean, those movies changed the game.
Yeah, they did.
Definitely kind of wrote the book for superhero movies going forward. And it was like a staple in terms of something that, other directors and studios were looking at in terms of what can be done and kind of set the bar, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm one of those guys that's I'm not a big Reeve Superman fan. I like those movies just fine. I just they didn't hit me like 89 Batman did. But I do really appreciate them for what they are. And also his other films like Lethal Weapon and Goonies and things like that. So lots of good stuff. And I think I had heard maybe a year or so ago that he was actually working on a Lethal Weapon sequel with Gibson and Glover. And he was going to be directing it, is what I heard, but obviously not anymore.
Yeah, I grew up. I love these movies. They're fun to go back to. Obviously, you guys know kind of my thought. Everybody knows my thoughts on who my favorite Superman is. But growing up, I was actually more of the animated series and actually Dean Cain's Superman. But these movies, these are kind of this and 89 and Returns were kind of like the superhero movies that my parents would watch. So I definitely was exposed to them a fair amount when I was a kid. But yeah, these Richard Donner and Zack Snyder will be tied together somewhat. with their kind of immortal director's cuts.
Yeah, indeed. Have y'all even seen the Superman 2 director's cut? The Donner cut?
I put it in my Amazon cart so many times to buy it. I have the original, the original 4, and then Superman Returns, and obviously Man of Steel, but I just haven't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I just I sound like an anti-Snyder person right now. And I was, is it really that different?
I'm honestly not the person to ask that because I've only seen the Donner cut. I should have brought that Blu-ray up here.
I haven't seen it either, but I have read a lot about it in terms of because I know that he shot half of that movie. I think he shot a lot of that movie during principal on the first one, and then it seemed like was it Richard Lester that took it over in the second one, and so the Donner cut apparently, and people in the chat may know this, it's more of a work print type cut.
Yeah.
It's not. There's a lot of unfinished stuff. They had to use a lot of stuff, retrofit a lot of stuff. I mean, similar. Well, it's not a retrofitted some stuff for his cut, but it wasn't a thing where they went back and actually spent a lot of money to make it what his vision was supposed to be, so to speak. So
sure, they
just did what they could.
Yeah, the hashtag movement wasn't quite around at that point.
Right. It's all mail in. It's all letters, snail mail.
WV's just opens up the mailbox and explodes every morning.
Release the Donner.
Yeah.
But no, I will say that.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that the Donner Superman did at that point in time what the Raimi Spider-Man movies did for our generation. It just changed the way everything worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
For better or for worse, for Snyder fans, it's like a lot of these people can't get past the Donner version. They won't accept anything but it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
You can like both, everybody.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Right. Rest in peace.
Yep, no doubt.
We don't typically do in memoriam type things on the channel, but we felt like it was necessary to because he had such a big, huge impact on the superhero genre. It was probably worth doing. Yep,
no doubt. Well, you've got this Harley Quinn tattoo article in here, Brandon. You got something you want to say?
So, there's a ton of Suicide Squad set visit reports and things like that going on right now. That movie's coming out in a month. I didn't really want to read much into any of the set reports. I don't want to know. I typically just don't want to know a ton about movies before I see them. I watch trailers, and we've talked about this before as far as trailers are concerned, but set visits and things like that. Unless I'm what's that?
We watch a lot more movie trailers now that we've got this channel.
It's true. It's kind of a requirement, I guess. But no, I was just the only reason I had this one on the docket was let me just pull it up. So they had this article about Harley's tattoo. So we've been in this stage of some of the tattoos were missing, and was it Birds of Prey? She didn't have, some she did. They've always had this tightrope dance of this is not a sequel. This is this kind. This is just it's a standalone. It's whatever. Warner Brothers continues to pump these narratives
with stuff.
With the Joker, when Snyder shot Joker for the Nightmare stuff, he didn't have the tattoos, so on and so forth. I'm just curious. So they said in the article that the reason why they didn't do the rotten tattoo on her face was because, they just said that Margot didn't like it, and then
James
Gunn
also
decided
didn't like it.
He didn't like it either. It's and he was like, Margot didn't like it, and I found out I also didn't like it. So he just decided and that it's not. They don't address it in the movie, which I'm just like, That's fine. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
For someone who is, I've never been big on the tattoos in general for these characters. The way they have a lot of the tattoos come across as crudely placed movie tattoos, not like
it's very
organic.
Yeah, it's very street. I mean, it's David Ayer's very street with his movies, and it definitely overflowed into the the tat game.
But
the clowns.
I just I didn't know what you guys thought, if that was a sticking point for you guys. I know that, Ryan, you're a big continuity guy. Regardless of what it is, you like for them, if they start off on one thing, you like for them to keep it going forward, sometimes even if you don't like it. So I was just curious what you guys thought of that choice.
First off, I want to say I definitely agree with this comment here with a lot of the Joker's tattoos, like the damaged across the forehead kind of deal. You just like, it's just not something that character is going to go out and get.
Yeah, they just felt like, I don't know, they felt like tattoos you got out of a bubblegum machine just popped on randomly. You know, like no thought was put into it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyway, but we've seen directors make like adjustments. Like, for instance, in The Force Awakens, Kylo gets slashed across the face. In Last Jedi, Rian Johnson moved the scar over a little bit because he didn't like where it was in the original, where it happened in the movie. And so just stuff like that, like directors will take some creative liberties. And I was just curious what you guys thought.
Yeah, so you are correct. I get very like sticklery, probably more so than I should with a lot of this kind of stuff with continuity, things that don't really necessarily matter to the story.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Oh, that's an excellent poll. You need to find. Do you remember the one Rob McElhenney put up with the eyes, the big like filter that he put on Dennis for that scene?
That scene?
Yeah, you need to find that one. I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one.
It's so great. It's so good. Nani's in the house. What's up, Nani? Hello. Anyways, this is a circumstance where I am cool with them changing this up. I'm excited about the look of Harley in this movie. Really kind of finally getting to the red and black feel. Fine, it's like 3 movies later. And honestly, it's a case of you can only go up from here for me with Harley Quinn after Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey. Yeah, it's true.
So, I actually don't really take any. Surprisingly, I don't take any issues with the tattoo adjustment in this case. What about you, Alan?
I think tattoos are crap. I don't know why anybody would ever want one of those. It really, honestly, I really liked David Ayer's. I liked his take. I liked what we saw. I mean, I know we didn't get his full take, but I liked the tone that he had set was fine, except for I didn't like the tattoo. Commercial. Yeah, I didn't like the tattoo. Sorry, I didn't like the.
No, you're good.
Didn't like the tattoos. There we go. I just didn't like the tattoos. I was not a fan. And it has nothing to do, obviously, with tattoos in general. But I don't know. I didn't know we were going to talk about this when I decided to wear a tank top. I'm just going to throw that
out there. Well, no, I mean,
guns out.
It's not really a loaded topic. I was just curious. Out of all the press that's come out for Suicide Squad, we've talked about these like continuity going forward, and it kind of falls into that category of the studio, still trying to pump this like non-sequel, loosely connect, whatever, make up your own headcanon type thing. But
I agree with Daniel's comment. That's my baby brother. Hey, Daniel. I agreed with his comment. They didn't seem like real tattoos, like Brandon was saying. They looked like they came out of a bubblegum machine, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, the continuity stuff they did. I I think it was confirmed today that they actually, and I know it was rumored at the time, but tried to get Will Smith in on this movie also.
Mm-hmm.
It seems very obvious that is it Vigilante? Or what is Idris Elba's character? It's not Vigilante. It was supposed to be
Bloodsport.
Yeah.
It's his daughter and whatnot.
Yeah.
It just feels like it was what they were going to use for Deadshot if he was in the movie. But yeah, that's interesting. I mean, like I said, not a ton to say about it, but we had to have a DC topic. I couldn't go without having one.
I would have been disappointed if you didn't, Brandon.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your DC
We're coming up on this. We're coming up on this movie here, so
yeah,
I'm ready for some more.
What's your guys' plans on seeing it? Are you going to go into the theater to see it, or are you going to see it on HBO Max? What's your thought process on that? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm hoping both. I'm hoping both. I'm hoping I don't just watch it once and I'm done with it. I hope I get to watch it a few times on HBO Max as well. But I do plan on taking the wife and going to the theater.
Reaction reviews in the house again. Nice.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, speaking of theater experiences in the Marvel realm, isn't Black Widow opening this weekend?
Yes. It was last week.
Anybody going to see that?
This tells you how much I'm interested in seeing this movie.
I don't know.
Anybody gonna? I know, right?
July 9th. I feel like we're correct. I thought it was last weekend.
We're a superhero show.
I don't.
No, and I don't care.
What's great is right when that started playing, I started saying, I don't care. But seriously, I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I'm like right in the middle of like, I would like to see it. I'm just not excited for it. Like, it's not one of those things where I'm like vehemently like against watching it. Yeah. I mean, there is the Disney Plus premiere option. I could see it at the house. I'm like every weekend I've got something going on. It's just I got to make time. And for something like that, if I'm going to pay $30, like I was talking to Alan, I was like, you guys should come up and watch them. But like finding a time to do it, it's just becoming increasingly difficult.
I feel like this year is the year of cycling through all the Marvel characters that I just hate. Like, just, all right, let's get their movies out of the way so we can go on this, like, Falcon, from Falcon and Winter Soldier, Black Widow, not a Vision fan. I'm just like, come on, let's get to the good stuff.
Like I said, I really hope that Taskmaster is just one of the best villains. Be interested in that. I'm really holding out hope that he is going to be, one of the best villains they've had thus far. I hope.
You say he, but it's going to be revealed to be a girl. Just wait.
It's going to be her evil twin that's going to take over.
Be the twist.
It's going to be the twist.
That is twisty.
We got some M. Night stuff going on. Yeah.
Twisty. Yeah.
What a twist.
All right.
Well, anyway, in other news, speaking of other Marvel projects,
movies that I don't care, that Ryan doesn't care about.
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever started filming.
You are correct, sir.
And I wanted to bring this up because I'm just curious how they approach this movie, given the circumstances.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't envy them. It's especially knowing that they were in pre-production on this movie, not even knowing that Boseman was sick. And so like when he died, like they were writing the script with him in mind. And
weren't people already kind of talking about, and I know, you've got to somehow bridge that gap, but weren't people already talking about Shuri taking over?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I don't know if I heard people talking about that prior to him passing or if that was a thing that started popping up after the fact. It's no. What I remember hearing was Shuri taking over for the Iron Man role, like as like
Gotcha. Okay.
What's it called? Ironheart. Yeah.
Ironheart. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I loved the first one. Mandy and I went and kind of what you were talking about with Black Widow. We walked into Black Panther similar. We weren't like overly excited about it, but we were like, this looks like it could be good. Let's go check it out. And it ended up being one of my favorites that they've put out. You know, I love Black Panther. So I'm really,
I totally like, the movie just did not do it for me. And I feel like I'm like speaking into the void when I say that because
I do too.
I know everybody loved that movie. Yeah.
Well, I didn't care for it either. So you're not alone, but I mean, I've only seen it once. I just felt like for me. I felt like on a technical level, it didn't feel as strong as Coogler's other efforts. Like it just felt very.
When they're fighting in that end sequence, it felt like Rubber Band Man.
Oh man. Well, and a lot of that's probably budgetary things. But I mean, I think on Corridor Crew, they talked about those sequences at the end. And I believe they were talking about how they were so strapped for time finishing those sequences. And that's one of the reasons why time and money is always what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Sure.
I hate the way I mean, obviously not just for the movie, but I hate that, you know, that it happened in general, you know, that Boseman isn't here anymore. But I mean, man, he looked like he was pulled from the comics. You know, I mean, he was, you know, he pulled that character off. Yeah.
I just enjoyed him in the other movies more than his own movie personally. And you're in his like homeland over there.
Yeah, that's all I was fixing to say, dude. He went to high school like 2 miles from my house.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
They may end up putting a statue in that school for him.
Yeah, that would not surprise me. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
But I brought it up because it's filming now. It's filming in Atlanta.
Sure.
And I'm just like, man, this is a passing of the torch type movie, or like even more so than what they had to do with Rise of Skywalker. And other movies have had this issue before, but not with your lead, of the franchise, so to speak. So it's one of those things like, do you set up, like, let them ride off in sunset somehow? Do you kill them off? Do you like, it's going to be touchy either way. I don't know. It's hard.
I don't see Marvel killing him off, at least in a way. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Have him like Paul Walker riding off into the sunset kind of thing. I don't know, really.
But then they continually reference him and tease that he's doing things. And now they're talking about maybe bringing him back.
You could do
CGI for him.
Easy thing they could do is because they're bringing in the multiverse. They could do something with that.
Right. No, that's a good point.
Yeah. That way it wouldn't technically be recasting. You know, it would just be, you know.
Right.
Well, speaking of multiverse, we got some teases that may just be BS.
Has to happen. It has to happen, Brandon. I need it.
Me too, but I'm like
Hugh Jackman. Wolverine.
I don't know. So for those that live in a barn with me in Royston, and you haven't heard this news, Hugh Jackman posted some concept art from Boss Logic, just Wolverine concept art. And then he also posted a picture of him and Feige, and obviously the internet just went berserk. No pun intended. I would love to see him come back in some form. I was really hoping.
Ill of this in any way. You be positive, all right?
No, I'm not speaking ill of it. I don't want to get excited for it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like
you can't stop it from me. I'm already in. Don't let me down, Marvel.
Part of me is like, did he just not even like did he post this like not even realizing the connections, and then like
that'd be amazing.
But I love the X-Men franchise. Like that's for me. Like I loved the Batman movies. For me, the X-Men franchise is what like kickstarted the whole modern superhero, fandom in terms of movies. And so his Wolverine is Wolverine. Like I didn't like I knew of Wolverine when I was a kid. I thought that the Wolverine character was X-Men. Like I thought that's what his name was. I didn't know it was Wolverine. And so
loser, Brandon, you're such a loser.
But I would love for this to happen. Obviously, we've been talking about multiverse stuff. There's a gate to do that open. I just don't want to get my hopes up because
walk through that gate, Marvel.
And I don't know in what capacity he would be involved because he's getting older, and I don't know, I don't
Mark
see
Hamill.
him do it. Right? No, don't do that. But yes, I would love for him to be involved somehow, some way. And with them bringing in like.
I'm going to be so disappointed if we get no Deadpool Wolverine interaction ever because of this whole Disney thing.
That's what I was going to say earlier. I was so stoked when they said that they were want to do that Deadpool Wolverine like road comedy movie.
Yeah,
that would have been so amazing. So amazing.
Gosh.
But I get like Jackman did Logan. He kind of wanted to ride off in the sunset on that one, have that be his last movie. And then obviously the Fox merger.
Which he did, and he reaped all the benefits. Now he just do it again.
Doesn't matter.
It's like Brett Favre.
Doesn't matter. Nobody, especially in the Fox realm, nobody cares about continuity for sure there.
True. Those don't even happen. Right? Ralph Boner, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Yeah. All right.
Alan, you have any thoughts on this tease?
I don't know. I'm kind of.
You think this is just like messing with people, or do you think there's something here?
I don't know. I mean, there could always be something to it. I mean, but part of me is like, do I want him to just because he did have his ride into the sunset moment? Do I want it to feel like he just needs some money and he's coming back? You know what I mean? Like,
that dude is. He has so many projects, all the Broadway stuff he's doing, and he's swimming in it right now.
Yeah, and the coffee thing and everything else that he's doing. But he's. I don't know. Logan was great. I love that movie. I don't know. Awesome. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. Would it be cool to see him in the multiverse, setting to make a little cameo in one of the, in Doctor Strange maybe? But
I'm gonna need more than cameo. I'm gonna need my boy back as
just bring him back.
Yep. It would be. Yeah. It seems like he's been kind of trying to not like. What's weird, or what leads me to believe that this is not him just kind of joking around. It's like it seems with all the musical stuff he's been doing, whatever. It seems like he's kind of been trying to like distance himself from, his credited history with those movies and like kind of establish himself in a new way. So
he does keep that typecast away. Yeah.
But I hope it happens. Fingers crossed. We'll
see.
We did get some Spider-Man merch reveal / leak.
Got a few different things. Pop vinyls and some little toys. I guess the main thing is that Doctor Strange has a shovel, and that's interesting.
It's Dr. Iron Spider.
Now we talked about this stuff on the CAPECAST thread. Ryan, you had some reservations, I remember, with the suits as far as. I'm just. I know you don't like the Iron Spider suit. I'm not a fan of the Iron Spider suit personally either. But I feel like
Are we not stealth
at
suited
play?
out now? Like, I feel like we've had enough
I feel
stealth
like what's at
suits.
play here is that if they are bringing back Maguire and Garfield, they've got to be able to differentiate these suits so you can tell who's who.
Yeah.
And so, and toys. But I feel like on screen, it's going to be very confusing when you've got every hero in the same, very similar looking suit,
Yeah.
a red and blue suit.
Tell you what, we'll be able to tell which one Garfield is because it'll be the prettiest looking suit out there.
That's true. That's true. It's a great suit. Very great suit.
I know Doctor Strange had a shovel, but he also had snow boots on. I don't know. I mean, was he legit just shoveling his driveway when this all broke out? Like
the Emporium.
It's probably true. It's probably true. Let's look at it. I mean, I can't tell. It looks like he's got like
street clothes on.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, his record. He's holding his record that just went gold in his hand.
Doctor Strange getting in the vinyl game. All right. It's current.
Doing a little yard work, and his cape just kind of hovers on it, and it's time to go. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wouldn't want to figure
and then
it out.
and then there were some other little toys that were teased. But
I'm a little. I feel like I've gotten. I feel like I'm like getting a little bit of like suit fatigue with Holland. I'm like, you don't have to change the suit every movie multiple times.
You don't.
In every movie,
but
I know it sells toys.
It's
toys.
That's what it comes down to.
If he's gonna
give him some
Iron
accessories.
Man,
give him some different accessories. How about that? Instead of
if he's got access to all of Tony's toys, he's just gonna keep doing it.
I'll say this though, I do love that in Homecoming, he starts out with a suit, and then he ends with just his regular homemade suit. Like that was a ballsy move for them to have the main, like the actual final battle, and that instead of giving him some upgraded suit or whatever. I always admired that choice. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, we should. I assume, and I know a lot of people assume we were going to be getting a trailer for that with like Black Widow or something.
The trailer. I need it. Everybody needs it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's in.
This is the
Yeah.
project. This is
your most anticipated.
That I am all in on.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Mandy. Doesn't need all the accessories.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Hey, that lady's hot. I don't know who that is, but
for those watching, it is his wife.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was supposed to say. Yeah, she is. Or okay.
I mean,
well, this is awkward.
yeah, it took a weird turn there, Brandon.
I hope Melissa's not watching.
She doesn't. She has no interest.
I'm trying to boost our numbers here. I've got my brother in here, my wife in here. I'm pretty sure my son's in here too.
You got to go shirtless next episode. Let's spin off your OnlyFans page.
Well then,
we'll let the audience judge your tattoos. How about that?
Well, no.
All right.
Do that. Let's move on.
Next we've got the.
Oh, now he's running the show. He's just running the show now.
Brandon's like, no, I'll change subject when I want to.
He gets to run the show.
Take your shirt off, Alan.
Bye.
Oh, see you, Alan. All right. Yes, Ryan. Let's move on.
Yes, indeed. We've got a Simpsons crossover with the MCU coming to Disney Plus. Another little short starring Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
I'm gonna keep my expectations in check because I got excited for the Star Wars one last time, and it was like 2.5 minutes or something. And I was like, "Oh,
didn't you get Luna all amped up for it too, or something?"
Yeah, I did.
She was like, "Dad, that was a great trailer. When's the movie coming out?"
Right. Yeah, that was a disappointment. I was like, we all got in the theater to like watch it. I thought it was gonna at least be like a 30-minute thing.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's like 2.5 minutes.
You had your popcorn, like giant bucket of popcorn ready.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, this one, I mean, I'm sure it'll be around the same. I'm sure it's gonna be a little short thing that they put out. I do think it's cool that they do that though. That they're doing, I mean, because it's a big property that they have now, and to be able to do all these little crossover things in short form. I just wish they weren't as short. Okay, make them a little longer, just a little bit. But yeah, there's nothing much to say, but that it's coming out.
Was never a big Simpsons fan growing up, so
I was the kid.
And you guys know how I feel about Loki. Go ahead, Brandon, play it.
No, and I don't care.
Nice. You're getting quick on the draw. I like it. It's training.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
That's a
starter car. This is a finisher car.
It's so worth it. I can't not laugh at that clip. So great.
He looks like his head's about to explode.
I can't. I'm just imagining like everybody on set just trying to hold it together, like,
I know.
and not just like break that scene.
That ain't scripted. That's for sure.
Yeah. So good. Anyway.
All right. Let's talk some. Or actually, Alan, you want to move us on to our next subject, or do you want to stay in with this?
Go for it, Alan. You take
I'm not privy to the show notes. I am at your mercy.
Oh, so it's I guess we'll have to handle this one then.
It's our show. Okay.
Keep it going here. Let's keep it going. Get it back on the road here, fellas.
All right. We got some Thor Love and Thunder news. Thor Love and Thunder will bring out the quote bonkers side of Nebula, according to Karen Gillan. Can't wait.
Yeah. I bring this up because I just knew it would piss off Ryan. Because they tend to do this, like, I don't know what it is, like they continue to try and like change these characters to things that they're not.
Right.
And this just reeks of like, because Karen Gillan does have good comedic timing, I'll give her that. I think it's a similar lane to where Chris Hemsworth also has good comedic timing. That's what they did in Ragnarok with him. Yeah.
That's the problem, though. I think Ragnarok kind of like really, because it went so well, really kind of like, oh, okay, we should do this with more characters. I feel like
I'm excited for this project. I hope that it's reined in. It's just what I worry about in terms of it's the same reservation that I have with Suicide Squad. I want it to be reined in. I don't want it to be super juvenile. And we're talking about superhero movies. I get it, but as far as I want it to be, I just don't want it to like feel like I'm getting beaten over the head with a lot of like childish humor. I'm more worried.
Gotten enough of that over the last few years.
I'm more worried on the gunn front more than I am the Taika front, because Taika's humor, while it is a little similar to Gunn's, it's not as childish.
Yeah. Also, we're kind of like don't touch our baby on the DC side. With the Marvel stuff, it's a little bit more like I can watch a Marvel and take it a little less seriously than I do DC stuff. Just because my love for DC stuff is so much greater.
Yeah. So anyway, I really just wanted to bring it up because I knew it would make you upset.
Yeah, and you did a great job of doing that, Brandon.
And I'll give this one for myself.
You are. What? You're difficult. Really difficult. You're a difficult man.
It's Al's favorite drop.
Alan, you got anything to add on the Thor Nebula front?
No, I mean, she's honestly one of my least favorite characters in the Guardians movies. Personally, I mean, I loved her in Doctor Who, but you know, I don't know.
Was
I like
Doctor Who.
Yeah, Karen, what's
What
her
a
last name?
crossover!
Yeah, well, they're all about some multiverse stuff over there.
That's
But
right.
but I don't know. I mean, I'm in similar boat to you guys. I just think that, you know, it worked really, really good in Ragnarok. So I'm hoping they maintain that level. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be too crazy, but
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page
Yeah.
there. So I think she's got one of the better character designs in the Guardians front. I really appreciate like all the little bitty like details in her like character
I love
makeup and her
that.
outfits and stuff.
The sequence in Infinity War where Thanos has her up on that,
Yeah.
you know, whatever magnet thing, but they're all pulled apart or whatever. That's freaking cool.
Agreed. Well, some more stuff to get outraged about.
Let's shift some gears to Star Wars. How about that? Let's talk a little Boba Fett. The immortal Slave One is being renamed on toy packages after order from Disney. And you know what I have to say about this, Brandon? That's what I have to say about this.
Yeah.
All right.
But why?
Exactly. Oh God.
Yeah. Does it
Just leave
2021.
it be.
People just
Mercy.
I don't get it.
Man,
It's Slave One, like you said
It's
in our
such a
text thread.
cool-
It's headcanon. Who cares? If you want to
Exactly.
change the toys,
That's
do what
exactly
you're
how
gonna
I
do.
feel.
It's Slave One. It's gonna be Slave One. Go F yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well said, Brandon. Next topic.
Okay.
No, I you know, everybody loves everything about Boba Fett's character from the original movies, from the books. He's just a cool, like aesthetically, he's just a cool kind of badass dude. And it's just, I hate seeing this stuff stripped down like this. So Slave One up here forever.
Yep. Absolutely. I really wish that they wouldn't have made him even more badass in The Mandalorian, because I really want one of those helmets, and they keep going up in price.
That's right. You can quote Brandon on that. Yes, you can.
Can we make him? Can we like tone him down a little bit, like make him not as popular?
Right. Brandon's like, I really hope the Book of Boba Fett bombs.
Yeah. Well, for those that are interested, the Black Series helmet of Boba Fett, they are doing a reissue of it. So all this overpricing and gouging is going to go down, thankfully. But I'm just like I keep seeing it on like eBay selling for like $300. I'm like, do these people not know that they're putting it back out at the end of this year? Like, what are you doing?
Well, dude, that's the reason that that Superman and Nightmare Batman Hot Toys combo that came out, that was the reason I dumped mine. I was like, because everybody wanted it for the demand. I'm like, shoot, if I can get two of them out of it, two figures out of one before it drops, I will do that.
It is a good point. Well, how about this? How about we derail just for a second?
Okay.
And let's talk about something that we both got this week in the mail.
Yep. See that back
So
there,
Ryan and
out of
I-
focus in the bottom corner? There she is.
Yeah.
There she is.
Ryan and I purchased this print, was it November of last year?
It was a long time ago. That's all. It feels longer than
And
November if that's when it happened.
Yeah. And I think it was they left the ordering like open for the entire weekend. Usually they're like, we're going to sell 100, 200 prints, and then that's it. For this one, they left it open, and it was like their biggest thing ever that they've ever had. And so we're just now getting our prints. But
freaking gorgeous. Totally worth it.
It is very glorious. From Bottleneck, Gabs is the artist. But yeah, shout out to those guys. It's behind me. You can't see it in the red room, but
you can see mine out of focus in the corner here. right there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't have one.
You got birds. You got birds.
That's
what a loser.
On limbs.
That's all Cal's artwork for the most part up there. The Mickey and the Grogu up there. I did those, but the other ones are all Cal.
You tell him to draw that thing, and I'll be impressed.
There we go. But no, I was when we watched Army of the Dead. Brandon showed me the spot where that was going to go.
Yeah.
It wasn't there yet.
He's got an empty frame that he's been staring at.
Really
for
cool
months.
thing.
That's the funny thing, because that spot has been there. I ordered my frame like the day that I bought the print, and so I've had it hanging. And it's funny because like we'll have people that haven't been here come down to like this area, and they're like, "So what is?"
Oh, that's so artistic of you. That's so artistic.
It's like it's still got the L'Oreal like 24 by 36. Like
their thought process is, oh, Brandon's a designer. Okay, maybe he's got some kind of
It's Wonder Woman's invisible jet. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I make a point. I made a point of pointing out his empty frame anytime I noticed it in the background too, just to ruffle his feathers.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, this next story, I know both of you guys don't care about, but I did want to bring it up because it is pretty exciting for me. But they just had a set photo from the Last of Us show that's coming on HBO. So yeah, you've got 3 of the actors involved. Obviously, Diego.
Hey, it's that guy from that Terminator movie.
Yeah, that guy. And Pedro Pascal, and I can't remember the young girl's name that's playing Sarah. She was just cast last week. But this scene is a very pivotal scene in this. If it is the scene that I believe it is. Now, they may be rehearsing. I don't know what this is actually, but I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Anyway, I love this story. This video game is. It is, and I don't want to overhype it because I don't know what they're going to do with this show. But I absolutely, I've never cared about a story in a video game until shut up until this game, and I really hope they do it justice. Mainly because you guys will be able to watch it, and because I know you're not going to play the game now. Ryan's got it, but he's never going to play it.
I own it, but it's even worse than not owning it. Just sitting there.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. I'm glad that the cameras are rolling, and I can't wait to see what they do. So get excited, everybody.
Nice. All right, let's talk about other things.
Okay.
Moving on. I'm just saying.
The boy. Alan, I changed my mind. You can direct the show. That's great. Go ahead, Brandon. Throw it up there. The Boys. Anthony Starr says that season 3 takes the show to the next level. What is the next level?
That is the question, isn't it?
Yeah, the show is. They don't hold back much. So
no. Yeah,
I'm curious.
I don't know. I mean, his quote
just
was
like fluff talk.
I mean, yeah, we hear this on every production of a new season, bigger or better, every movie, whatever. But his quote was, "Oh my God, season 3 is hands down one of the most enjoyable seasons of TV I've had the good fortune of." This is all PR speak, so everybody always enjoys the movies that they work on. But yeah, he's just talking about, taking it from every season and taking it to the next level. I feel like I'm being the Al of the group and saying I'm nervous about this because Al uses nervous a lot on projects. But I hope that like we were talking about with them getting carried away with Suicide Squad or Thor: Love and Thunder. Sometimes some rains are good to not get too crazy. But This is a show though that embraces the crazy, and I'm interested to see what that means.
Too. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I kind of talked about it when with the Soldier Boy news. But I'm, as far as TV goes, this is the thing that I am anticipating, like in the near future more than anything else.
Yeah.
Obviously you've got Obi-Wan and whatnot, but that's a little bit further down the pipe.
Yep. Alan, we haven't talked The Boys with you. Are you a fan of the show?
I love it. I'm like, honestly, as far as Amazon goes, like that, and Invincible, they're killing it for me in the superhero genre. Anyway, but I'm honestly a little terrified of what taking it to the next level could mean. There's not a whole lot they can do. I mean, it's pretty freaking gross there. A few times.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm still excited. Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon has a pretty good track record, in my opinion. They don't put up. They're not like flooding the market with original series like Netflix. They seem to be more quality over quantity.
It's quality, not quantity.
They also do a great job of with like their marketing and their social, like kind of building an identity, interacting with folks on Twitter or wherever else. It feels like it's a cast member talking to you or somebody from the show talking to you. And it's really no holds barred there. I always think about this reaction reviews is talking about the gore. I always think about the whale scene.
God, yeah.
So good. He crawls back in there to talk to him. Back talk inside this whale.
Yeah, I need to rewatch. I honestly need to rewatch both seasons before this new season.
Yeah, that's something that I might do. I'd like to rewatch them anyways. Have either of you seen Outer Banks? I have not.
I have not. I know of it. It's a Netflix show, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
If it's the thing that I'm thinking of.
Reaction reviews is this something that we should check out? I assume.
I believe I have a few relatives that watch it, but I've never checked it out. Not opposed to checking it out, but I don't know. It seemed like it was like an OC type show set on like the bayou or something. Maybe not.
Is this worth checking out?
Cool. I have to look into it.
Let's talk a little unexpected Zack Snyder today. We had it pretty much right before we put all the stuff together for the show. We got news of Mr. Snyder's new project, Rebel Moon, at Netflix. They're loving up on that guy, and it is awesome. It's
great to see.
Yeah, after being tortured at Warner Brothers for years.
What's going to be interesting about this project is this is a project that's been talked about for a while. Because he pitched this as a Star Wars thing.
I know, and that breaks my freaking heart when I read that in that article. Ah, gosh. More adult Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
With Zack Snyder helming. Sign me up.
Indeed. But this is probably, I mean, even though I would love to see it with the Star Wars skin on it, it not being tied to that frees him up a lot to do a lot more. So
I'm stoked for this one.
And obviously the Netflix connection, even more freedom, as we've already seen. So
yeah.
And it's just great to see. Like they're so stoked to have him on board.
Yeah.
They blow him up on social. And the amount of, even with Army too, like the amount of dollars they put into like supporting marketing content and stuff for the film is just, it's crazy comparing and contrasting two relationships.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, we know that it's what's the sci-fi Seven Samurai Netflix film. Other than that,
I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of anime. I think I texted you this earlier. Some anime inspiration tossed into this, just knowing that he's kind of into that stuff, which I'm all for. This one could be really fun, and I'm way more excited for this than I was for Army of the Dead when that was announced, just because of the zombie genre. Like, it's just a thing for me. Like I've talked about, this is right up my alley.
Nah, I mean, I agree. This is even. I mean, I like zombie movies, but this is definitely more in my vein of genre fare. Yeah. But yeah, I'll be excited to see a couple of things. I'll be excited to see if any of his like legacy cast returns for any of this, or if he does another like whole like new cast like he did with Army.
How quickly Jimmy Olsen dies? Yeah.
I guess he was the holdover. He was the one that
you're gonna make me say it, aren't you?
But yeah, and I'm curious if he's going to continue the DP route. I know he said he probably would, but we'll see. But we don't know much about it. But
co-writing with a couple of folks that he's worked with on Army, and did
300. I think 300 in Army, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Anyways, I'm stoked for that.
I'm more excited about this. I know that he was supposed to do that last photograph or whatever it was going to be called, Horse Latitudes. It's going to be kind of a quick little indie thing that he was supposed to do before this, which I guess is possible that he could still pump it out. But we'll see. This one, as far as what I know about that, what I know about this is definitely higher on my radar.
Yeah. Agreed. So, all right, let's talk some trailers. Yeah.
Do it.
First one up, Foundation on Apple TV Plus. This is it coming out on September 21st or 24th?
Yeah.
My birthday.
Oh wow. Okay. That's quick.
I thought this looked awesome.
You did?
Yeah, I mean it's a David Goyer project. It looks like Apple's like attempt to kind of put a similar like, sci-fi like Dune-esque type project in their catalog. I thought it looked awesome all around. I mean, cinematography, tone. I thought it was.
You had me with Lee Pace's voice in this trailer. Yeah. Come on, the guy. Oh man, yeah, I'm all in on this one. This is the thing that might get me to
get some Apple TV.
Try some Apple TV.
No, I agree. I mean, what is it, like $6-7 a month? It's not that much.
Yeah, it's not bad. I also want to see Ted Lasso too, so this might put me over the edge. Yeah.
Alan, did you watch this trailer?
I did watch the trailer. Do I remember the trailer? No, I do not.
That's really stuck with
but
me.
Your enthusiasm has inspired me to watch it again. I think you may have sent it while I was at work, and I do
remember
him through it real quick.
Being the day after your birthday or the day before or whatever you said.
Yeah, it's the day of my birthday. Yeah, that's my birthday. Is the big 4-0 that day. But
nice.
Yeah,
your birthday's the 24th and mine is the 23rd.
Yeah,
and you were friends for a reason.
Yeah, look at that. It was destined. But no, the sad part is we've had an Apple TV subscription for over a year, and I don't think I've watched anything on there yet.
You're just giving them money.
I told you guys the other day. I don't think that there is a subscription service, like streaming service that we don't have a subscription to, and I don't. That's kind of sad. No, I did watch. What was the series they had? Extraordinary Tales, I believe, or something like that. And it was like these different little, almost like Twilight Zone type stories. We did watch that, and so that was the one that we did.
I watched one episode of Mythic Quest, which is the Rob McElhenney show.
That one did not.
And I did watch. I watched 2 episodes of Ted Lasso so far, which were also
nice. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I am, and I've been meaning to go back to it. There's just been there's not enough time.
Right on. All right. Next up, we've got Masters of the Universe. I don't think we've talked about this on here yet.
Nope.
This
you
is
know why? Because I don't know anything about Masters of the Universe.
And I'm right there with you, Brandon.
I think Alan does.
Well, how much time you got, brother?
Not much.
But no, I am pretty pumped for it, especially with Mark Hamill doing Skeletor. That one's got me pumped for sure. But I don't know. I love He-Man. He-Man was one of the first toy sets that I ever tried to get all of as a kid. That was so for me. I guess I'm a little older than you guys, not that much, but
yeah,
it's just a number, baby. Just a number.
That's right.
This is Kevin Smith's project.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know a lot
the
about
animation style.
Yeah, I thought the animation was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is something that I can't necessarily say for the next trailer we're going to talk about.
What's her name? What's her name that plays Supergirl on the CW? Melissa
Benoist.
Yeah. Brandon, I'll let you stick to the pronunciations. I suck at that. Her husband is the voice. Her husband is voicing Prince Adam / He-Man in it. The guy who played. Yeah. So there are a lot of other names in it as well that I can't think of. Nani was saying some great voicing. So
yeah, if you need anyone to take a fall on a sword for pronunciations, I'm your guy.
Well, it's not going to be me anymore. I'm not even going to make an attempt. So,
like Brandon's had some pretty legendary ones on CiNEMACHiNE.
Well,
Cedric Didgeridoo is probably the worst one.
Don't do that when I take swallows of beer. I like this. It almost went everywhere.
Guess you won't be using that next week.
Yep.
All right.
Man, he's gonna be so mad at you.
Yeah. Star Wars Visions. You said you didn't like this. I mean, I guess it didn't surprise me. You're not an anime guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's just not my thing.
Watching this.
I figured that you would like it. It's not my jam.
I'm stoked.
So y'all can talk about it.
So ready for this. What about you, Alan? No, nothing. Alan?
Oh,
you like?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what this is. I mean, besides Star Wars, I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen with this. I need somebody to tell me what's going on because I don't know. But I do like anime.
It seemed I'm
good.
It seemed like it was going to be more vignettes, like smaller.
There was a
form.
It reminded me a lot of. I can't. Did you guys ever see the DC animated Batman Gotham Knight?
Yes.
No, but I saw somebody posting about it recently.
Gotcha. It's very it's kind of like it's a singular story-ish, but it's they switch animation styles like throughout the movie. And for that's kind of the vibe I got with watching this little clip here that they put out. But yeah, I mean, I've talked at length before how much I enjoy anime and that animation style. So Star Wars and that I am in.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't
what
an anime,
if what if the story's good? Would you watch it, or is it too
I'm
much for you?
opposed to watching it, but again, I still haven't finished Invincible. It's not.
Sure,
like the story
but
there.
like this is Star Wars. Like, you know, it's
I know.
Star Wars. Like, if it's really good and it's Star Wars,
It's Star
would you be
Wars,
able to
but
get
it feels
past
like
the
it's going to
animation?
be. It feels like it's going to be more like fan scripted, more just like non-canonical Star Wars.
Yeah,
to me, that's what it felt like it was going to be.
What
I don't
is
know. I mean, I'm not opposed to
you know?
watching it. It doesn't grab me personally.
I gotcha. All right.
So
is everybody caught up on Loki?
Yes.
yes, as of
Brandon,
today, yeah, I was
Nice.
able to.
What were y'all's thoughts?
Now
on
I'll be honest. It's been a day. It's been a crazy 24 hours for me,
It sounds like it.
and I'm going on very minimal sleep. When I watched Loki today, I had a break, and I was dozing, not because of the episode. I was fighting because I was up to like 4 a.m. last night with a sick wife. So
Feel better, Melissa.
my
I know you're not
memory of this
watching.
episode, I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode, but I can talk about it to a degree. So yeah, go for it.
Nice.
So
Alan, what are your thoughts?
No, it was for me by far the best episode of Disney Plus / Marvel that's been out to date. I enjoyed it.
Well, look at you.
Look
Nice.
at you.
It made it.
I'm not
Sorry,
sure
go
if that
ahead.
was I'm not sure if that was a dig on my accent or what the hell is going on there.
I didn't think about that, but it's a good point.
Thanks,
Good
Brandon.
observation.
In retrospect, yes, it was.
Thanks for the accent shaming. No, I'm just playing. I really did enjoy it though. I really did.
Shaming.
A guy from Royston is shaming my accent. I don't know how to take that. You know.
That's brutal.
You got it bad, man. You got it bad.
Somebody. But no, I really did enjoy it. It was the last week's episode left such a bad taste in my mouth that I was really worried about this one, and it definitely pulled me back in for sure.
Nice. Brandon?
Yeah, I really liked it. I've enjoyed the show throughout for the most part. I thought that I liked the. Here's the thing. One thing that made me curious about this episode is when they pull variants. Like at the beginning, they have young. I can't remember her name. What's female Loki's name? I can never remember it.
Sylvie.
Sylvie. They pull her from her branch timeline. They just pull her. Why does pulling just one thing out of this timeline reset the timeline? I don't understand how that works.
Yeah.
And it's probably something that you probably shouldn't think about too hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
but
watch
no.
it, Brandon.
Yeah. Just go with it, bro. But yeah, no, I enjoy this episode. I'm continually impressed with the tone. I'm really enjoying the score of this show.
Yeah.
And cinematography is good. I'm interested to see, here's another question I had. The little zappy stick that disintegrates people, do they kill people? Because Loki ends up in a...
We thought they were killing people, but...
Yeah. Apparently they just
Maybe
sends
not.
them to another dimension
Timeline
or something.
Sends them to the trash hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be on Zakar. That's where they're going to wake up at. They've got
All
dumped
right.
in there.
If Jeff Goldblum comes back into this show, I am all in.
I mean, that just came to mind. Holy crap! That could be it. You know? It just came
Why'd
to mind.
you? What does he say? He's like, why'd you use the whatever the melting stick?
The melting stick. There you go. Oh God, no.
That's so great.
All right, Brandon.
I
Ask me what I
love
thought about
Goldblum.
this episode.
Brian, what did you think about this episode?
Guys, this one might be sucking me in to this show. Here.
Whoa.
All right. I very much enjoyed this episode. Yeah, Mandy's Jeff
There we
Jeff
go.
Goldblum fan. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna rewatch this episode. I watched it on the way to the lake. I think we're on the way to the lake. And I would tend to agree with you, Alan. This is probably one of the stronger MCU show episodes that I've seen, like, of all the shows.
Yes.
And it kind of, I think we talked about it on the text too. It kind of leads me to wonder if I would just prefer these shows as like 2-part movies or something on Disney Plus instead of, multi-episode TV show. It just feels like there's so much like fluff to wade through when I'm not a huge MCU fan that I don't know. Like it takes, like, this one, it was more substantive and it pulled me in and held me there. So yeah, I'm excited to check out or see what happens this week. In all honesty, everybody was talking about the post-credits scene. That was like my least favorite part about this episode. Like, I didn't really care about that, but
Gotcha.
I love the
thought that
Timekeeper's misdirect. That was cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, all that pulling back the curtain with the TVA stuff was really good.
Owen Wilson was great in this episode too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So is he going to be with them wherever they are now? Since he's
Living the dream.
disintegrated?
I don't know.
We'll see.
I just hope
he's still involved.
I hope he gets on a jet ski by the end of the show. That's all I care about.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why that's a thing, but I did see that online. I don't know what it is. Can someone explain?
He mentions that he wants to go to a place where you can ride a jet ski in the show before he dies.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw a picture somebody posted of him on a jet ski before I'd watched the episode, and I was like, I don't.
Please tell me it was on the Tiger King jet ski, because that's a must.
Don't know. Would have been good though.
Yeah.
maybe
Right,
we can make
else? Yeah. Anything else that y'all want to touch on Loki?
No, I mean, I'm right there with you. I mean, this was definitely the best episode of the series. I really have no complaints about this series so far. I'm not like, as far as the Marvel stuff is concerned, Marvel TV shows, this has been the strongest one for me. And I think it's a lot in part to, I love time travel type, I love alternate timeline stories. And I think Tom Hiddleston is perfect for this role. And
are you just
also
waiting for your Arnold Schwarzenegger cameo in this show?
Arnold Schwarzenegger cameo? Terminator. Yeah. I mean, I'd accept it. I wouldn't be opposed.
I bet you would.
Yeah. It'd be perfect. 30-year anniversary. T2.
There you go.
So that only makes sense.
And I agree. I think
Fox. They own Fox now.
There you go. Hey, it's all lining up. It's all lining up. Terminator and Wolverine are showing up in Loki.
Please.
But no, I agree though. For real, for me, it's definitely the best show they've put out so far. And while I had my issues with the last episode, on a whole, I really have enjoyed the show.
I appreciated the Lady Sif turn too. I thought she was underutilized in the first couple Thor movies. So
nope, definitely underutilized for sure. Yeah, it was good to see her back. I know that she popped up on like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point, I think, didn't she? I believe.
Yeah, they had an Asgardian on Earth, and they needed some help. An Asgardian? Asgard?
That's a new Evo product.
Yeah. Asgard.
Well, Ryan, I did want to ask you before we check out. Did you finish Sweet Tooth?
no, I hoped I was going to be able to slide out of here without you guys asking me about it. I have not been able to make any progress yet. I do want to talk about it. I really do. We just had a busy week. But I'll get
That's
it done.
okay.
I promise.
It's okay. All right. All right. Whatever you say.
I believe you.
Nice. You did. You got the deep pulls I wanted from the Snyder DC movies. It's great. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
All right. I think I've used all of them.
You've got to get some kind of Samantha James.
Stupid dick. Get that one.
Chris. Whenever Chris comes on the show,
I'm busy. Yeah. No, it's
all right.
I'll get that one.
Nice. Just before we leave here, we always do like check in. Any cool physical media purchases, geek stuff, statues, anything this week for y'all?
Well, we already talked about the Lord of the Rings print. Both of us got.
Yep.
I haven't. Well, actually, one second. You talk.
Oh, yeah, the anticipation. What's he
I
bringing
know.
out?
I don't want to talk about anything. I'm just staring at the red room here. What's going
It's
on?
pure suspense right now. And
So I was my father-in-law has storage. He rents storage units, and he was giving me a tour of his new unit, and he had just like a bunch of stuff that he had collected from when units don't pay up. He keeps it,
Sure.
and some stuff that it looks like something valuable or something that he could keep or sell. Then he does, and I saw this laying on one of the boxes.
That's awesome. Nice.
And picked it up, and now it's part of the collection. It's pretty cool. So
that's awesome.
what else?
Nice.
Adam West
Cool.
and
Cool
little
little haul
Birch.
there. That going up on the shelves next to the all the Batman stuff.
It's on the glassware
Gotcha.
shelf. But
Cool.
yeah, thought it was cool.
Cool. Nice.
And a bunch of Pokemon cards, which I don't collect Pokemon cards, but
Dude.
my daughter and my nephew are into Pokemon, so I gave them to them.
Yeah, my boys are too.
You
It's
better
like a
make sure
binder.
you
There's
gotta
a binder
look through.
this thick full of Pokemon cards.
You gotta look through them at least before they rip them apart. Oh my gosh, Brandon, you're killing me.
I actually completed the Death of Superman run, and I am
Nice.
5 issues away from completing the Reign of the Superman. So me and the boys,
Excellent.
well, me,
Good
Mandy, and
start for those,
we went hiking in Asheville, North Carolina, Saturday.
You found them in
And,
the woods?
And then it's this weirdest thing, dude. Finished the hike, and I drove into the town and went to a comic book shop. But no,
Nice.
I've got my boys. They're like bloodhounds when it comes to searching through long boxes to find comic
Awesome.
books. So yeah, we went
Nice.
shopping. Yeah, it was really neat.
Cool.
Are either of y'all gonna watch the Long Halloween? Or they just put out part 1.
Yes,
I
I am.
I will. Yes, I will.
I always try and wait for the prices to drop a little bit
Yeah.
before I buy them. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Cal and I are going through in chronological order for the new 52 animated movies. Like even the Justice League Dark movies. I know that says they're rated R, but
Dude.
they're really not.
I own every single one of those movies.
I don't own them,
that
but HBO Max
big
has really
collector
helped
set.
me out. So
Yeah, well, the collector's set is part of it, and now at this point, I've got just as many non-collectors set. Like, there's a lot of that's probably the most of any physical media type that I own is DC animated movies.
we just finished the Death of Superman.
Nice.
We're about
Yeah.
to do the Reign.
Dude,
So-
when you at that Apocalypse War, man,
Mhm.
oh buddy, you want to talk about ending that whole run perfectly?
That's cool. Can't wait.
That's awesome. All right, so I think that kind of wraps things up for the week. Just kind of a PSA: we are going to test recording here on Tuesday nights at 9 for a few weeks and see how that works for our schedules. See if it works for y'all. So let us know if you enjoy it Tuesday versus Monday or vice versa. And definitely hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and the notification bell. And we are on Twitter at CAPECAST Show, always talking about all things comic book, geek, movies, TV shows, anything on there. And then we also have a Patreon now, and that's patreon.com/CiNEMACHiNEPod. So I definitely invite you to check that out, and we appreciate any support that we get. So, gentlemen, I guess I will see you guys. Well, next week I won't be here next week. We'll see if Brandon and Alan and Britt are going to do a show, or if we'll scoot it in later in the week. But until next time, we'll say that.
Sounds good. Let's do that one.
Good.
All right. Later on,
Until
gentlemen.
next time.
See you
Yeah,
later.
see you.